In 2015, our identical twins, Kennedy and Kendall, were diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia at 3 months old. They underwent 6 months of treatment and were declared in remission and off of any treatments in January of 2016. After about a year of being at home and having fun, we learned that Kendall relapsed in February of 2017.
Good job.
She underwent 2 more rounds of chemo, followed by a bone marrow transplant, which ultimately failed and passed away September of 2017. This year, Kennedy will celebrate 7 years old and 6 years in remission still. We had multiple conversations with all of our doctors about the survival rates and the chances, the subtype that the girls had. Did that need a bone marrow transplant right away, or could we just try and get through it with chemo only? I remember having one conversation specifically with one of our favorite oncologists, asking him what are their survival rates, what are the percentages, what are the odds? And he said, I don't like to give those because either it works or it doesn't. Even if it's 99%, you could be that 1%, So he just said, you have to feel well with your decision. Here's all the options. And it's just, the decisions you have to make in those moments can weigh on you, but I think we did the best that we could. This year, really in the past year, we've started working with Kennedy in counseling as she's asked more questions to if her and Kendall are identical twins and had the identical cancer, why did Kendall die and she didn't? She didn't bring up the term survivor's guilt. It's something that we knew would be a potential moving forward and working with her counselor. We don't have good answers for her, and we are open and honest with her. The doctors don't know why that happened. We don't know why that's happened. She asks quite often, shouldn't Kendall still be alive, or shouldn't she be dead, or what if it were vice versa? And so just navigating those conversations with her is difficult. And Kennedy is so funny. She loves to laugh more than any kiddo I know. And so when she is sad or in a mood or angry, the best thing that we can do is make a silly face or make a funny face or a funny sound and just get her laughing. And her laugh is so contagious. I'm a paralegal by training. Had some amazing jobs working in the paralegal field. But since our experience with leukemia and blood cancers, I shifted gears and now work for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society as a campaign manager. It's such a life-changing experience what we have gone through, and I just felt that to keep Kendall's memory alive, I needed to do more than sit in an office 9 to 5. We have that unique situation where a lot of times families, when a loved one passes away from a cancer, that's it. They don't have to stress about it anymore. They're still grieving about it, but it's not still a threat. Where for us, we have that potential where it can, I know people that's come back 10, 11, 12 years later. And so Kennedy will always have that threat. So we live not fearful, but just in the real moment where it can all change again quite quickly. And so that's why we continue to raise funds to try and beat this so we don't have to go through it again, and no one else has to either.